Hello everyone, welcome back to Sudbury Farms. Here on Farm Sim 19 with seasons and courseplay. I got courseplay installed, finally. Bob sent me a link to it, said he had to go back a couple of updates. When I loaded it in, it seems to be working pretty well. I haven't tested out all the features. As you can see, we got a little bit of money in the bank. I have tested out some cultivating and some fertilizing. And I did it with a single tractor, did it with 2 tractors. It seems to be working pretty well. And I bet you're wondering, why are you pulling your plow out there? You've already cultivated and plowed all this. I'm about to do something. Oh, also, as you can see, our crops are starting to grow, even though we planted them at ground temperature 4 degrees Celsius. And as you can tell, it is the 9th of spring, so it's late spring right now. Meaning, I have a few days left to get some more stuff in the ground. Now, I bet you're wondering, why are you doing this? What are you doing with that? I'm about to show you. So I was waiting to be able to record this because I want to buy this plot of land right here too. It's 90,000. This is 253,000, and we're 100,000 shy of that. But I know I can buy this right now, so I'm going to go ahead and buy that. There we are, and we're going to allow create fields. What is it? Y? Yeah. Allow create fields. Okay. Get rid of that again. And we're going to lower this down. And we are going to cut into field 2 here from field 1, and we're just going to cut off our wheat. This test run of wheat was just to see if we could do that. Oh, it doesn't plow through those bushes. Come on, that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping it plowed through them. That's okay though. That's okay. You guys, when you make maps, make the bushes between fields plowable. That way we can come in and do what we want to do. Also, this field is canola, so we're going to plow this whole thing up and plant wheat here, I do believe. It is late spring, so we don't have a whole lot of planting season left. We have 12 days in these seasons, so I'm going to try to get this planted between now and the end of planting season. But I want to use as much of this field as I can. I'm going to come over pretty far to this row here. Now, field 16 is one I would really like to buy. There's a lot of empty land in field 16 there. That would be awesome to have. I don't want to get too far over because I don't want to get in like the weird place where you can't work on the field. So right there seems to be pretty good. I do want to buy field 3 and just make this one big field at some point, of course. But field 16, there's a lot of plowable land over there that would be usable if we could. So we'll look at doing that at some point. I think I'm right on the edge of this being not my property. So I'm going to start cutting back this way a little bit here. But we'll just go around this tree. And then right back into the field. So, alright, there we go. And I'm not going to plow all that up. I did want to get some of it. We're going to go back and replant this anyway. Now that the ground temperature is actually up to 6 Celsius, and it has rained. So we should be good to start actually seeding this time. I wanted to see if it would work at 4 degrees, and it seems that it did. Everything seems to be growing. And this over here, like I said, this is canola. We planted wheat, so I want to go back and plow this up and just plant wheat over everything, just as a kind of a test run or whatever. Again, this series is going to be fairly short. It's just kind of a test series for course play and seasons and all that kind of stuff. I just want to kind of play with stuff because seasons just came out. It's not supposed to work properly with all the maps apparently, but that's fine with me. You know, it's more of a testing things out and kind of experience the new seasons and new course play all at the same time. I said when course play came out I was going to do a single player. I've yet to do it because of it being in beta and I wasn't real sure about it, but after downloading it and playing with it for a few minutes here, I say a few minutes, a couple hours, I really think it's going to be a game changer, literally and figuratively a game changer. I think course play is going to add a lot to a single player game playthrough for me because I enjoy using course play. I enjoy the management side of it, so for me I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll see. We will definitely pick up a single player map at some point. I'd like to wait for Minnesota Millennial Farmers map that they're building. I think Mappers Paradise is building it. I'm not 100% sure on that. I would like to wait on that and pick that up. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I just hate that these bushes aren't plowable in the middle. Come on, guys, you got to make them plowable. It's going to look really stupid between field 1, 2, and 3 now because of that. But we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to plow right on through and plant right on through and then harvest. So, all right, just about done plowing this up. Now, I want to do something and try it. I know it worked in Farm Sim 17 with Courseplay, but since this is the beta, I don't know if it's going to work the way I want it to. I am going to take my tractor and just run an outline around field 1 and 2, name it field 1, 2 outline, and then see if we can get a Courseplay worker to cultivate the entire thing. I think that would be very, very handy and helpful. So we're going to try that out. All right, let's fold this up. We'll go drop this off at the shed and then come back and run our course. Hopefully, it will work that way. Maybe it will. That'd be very nice. Just to be able to create fields of our own, outline them, and then tell it, hey, this is the course I want you to map. So we shall see. Back in these kind of plows and cultivators in this thing is kind of difficult because they're kind of short. So it always throws me off trying to back them in there because they turn pretty quick and then they don't turn back very quick at all. This one doesn't want to turn at all, it seems. There we go. This one actually does a lot better than the cultivator. The cultivator, when it starts turning, it's hard to get it to turn back. This one will actually straighten back out pretty quick, as you can see there. There we go. We'll just drop that off. We'll take. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a new tractor. I needed something with some more horsepower to pull our new seeder over there. You see it? Yeah. I picked up a few new things. Our 4 solar panels are doing really, really well. So I thought, why not pick up some new stuff to seed with? Also, I've done quite a few contracts, so not just sitting around and fast forwarding days to make money. I'm also working too. All right, so we're gonna start recording right here. And we're just gonna try to drive straight for a minute. I'm going to set the cruise at 13 kilometers. So that way I can go slow enough to make sure this outline is where I want it to be. And it always centers on your tractor. So if you're doing an outline, be sure to center it on your tractor. Wherever you want your outline to be, the edge of it, that needs to be the center of your tractor. So if you're outlining a field or if you're outlining an area, it's always going to be the center of your tractor. It's not going to be the edge of your equipment. So keep that in mind. If you're creating fields and you're trying to make a new outline, because I don't think Courseplay will recognize this new outline. I think it will only recognize the stock fields in the game. So we have to make a new outline for these 2 new fields. So I can't see, so that's not good. I think we just cut in a little bit on the edge of our field there. It's okay. May have to cut in a little bit right here to get away from this tree. May have gotten too close sometimes, but it's okay. More than okay. Alright. I'm going to finish recording this, and then we'll see if it works. Coming up on our starting point here. We want to roll right up on it, I think, and then stop. So, let's go to right there. And stop, and then we're going to save this as field 1/2 outline. Outline in capital letters. That's not an N. There we go. Outline. Field 1, 2 outline. Okay, now let's go grab the cultivator and see if this works with one guy. If it does, we can do 2 implements because you can do multiple vehicles with Courseplay 5 and Farm Sim 17 and now Courseplay 6. And the menu for this, you guys are going to love this. I've yet to play with Courseplay, so I had not seen the menu until I loaded it up. I had not even seen anybody play with it. The new menu for fields is just fantastic. All right, we want to switch. So this down here, same menu down here on this side. So field work. Then we want to generate course, and it brings up this. So you have all this to choose from. Oh no, we want to do currently loaded course. So let me back out of this for a second. We want to load build 1, 2 outline. So let's load this. There we go. And then we want to field work Course generation, currently loaded course, yes. Our starting point is going to be northeast, right here. Northeast, so let's go up here. You see field edge path, currently loaded course, yep. Headland around, yes. Smooth corners, yes. Counterclockwise, yes. Headland passes 2, that's fine. That keeps us from getting on other fields or any of that. Multiple tools, we're just going to do 1 for now, just to see if this works. Longest edge, that's fine. And then we want to go to northeast start point. And then generate. Perfect, look at that. It did do it. It did it perfectly, actually. There's our outlined, and then here's what it's going to cultivate. So, very, very cool. We will see if this works the way it's supposed to. Let's go over here and get turned around and open this thing up. Let me get rid of that for a moment. It'll be just a second here before we can actually get started. Make sure we have allow create fields off, because I do have a mod installed to let cultivators create fields. I feel a sneeze coming on too, that's not good. Alright, I'm just hoping I didn't get too close to the edge and this thing actually follows this without, let's say, drive course. Now, if this works the way I want it to, we can save this as cultivate field /12 instead of having to load that generation every single time. We can also do this with 2, which would make it a lot faster. But as you can see, the edge of the cultivator is on the edge of the line that we took, so it's gonna do it. And being crossed back into your field a little bit is not such a bad thing. Also, if you just want to drive this line, yeah, you see right there we got a little bit over into the field in that turn. But if you just want to drive this line before you plow it up, you can do that. You can just drive it and then tell it to plow that up, so that you know you're far enough away from things. And that's probably not the worst case scenario there, to be quite honest. But yeah, this seems to be working just fine. Now, if I wanted to generate this with 2 in that menu, I can show you that when we get ready to... actually, I need to show it to you now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. I'm going to stop driver, and I'm going to save this as culti 1/2, and then do this and go 8 meter. You want to put as much description in that as you can, so that you know exactly what it's for. Most people that use Courseplay can tell you this, and also you can do folders and all kinds of stuff. Here, we'll do that. We'll work on that later, but I'm gonna get rid of that, and then I'm gonna go back down here to the start, and I'm gonna get my other one as well. We're gonna try this with 2 tractors and see how it works. So we're gonna load previous loaded core, or load the course up for the outline again, and then use previously loaded core or currently loaded course, whatever, and start this over. We're gonna tell this as tractor 1, and we're just going to set him right here and let him wait for a minute till we go get the other guy. So we started right here, so let's do this again, and then let's go load course for this. There we go, and then we're going to go here, field work, course generation, and we're going to tell it 2 tools, multiple tools, so 2 tools at 8 meters wide, yes. Everything else is the same. Start in northeast corner, around 2 headlands, counterclockwise, headlands smooth, up and down, generate. Alright. So that's 2 implements. And we're going to tell this one, we're going to go right here. No. Right there, this is the right side. Symmetric lane change is activated. That means they will stay symmetrical when they lane change instead of crossing over each other. So we're going to leave him here for a second. We're going to grab this other one. There we go. I've only got 2. As you can see, I sold my harvester too. That's how I made a little bit of money to buy that new tractor. I had to. I don't need the harvester until late fall or mid-fall, so it wasn't such a big issue to get rid of it. I'm going to have the money by then, of course. Skipping days with the solar panels and also doing contract work the whole time. I think we'll have plenty of money. I plan on buying a few more tractors too, because now that we have this, then this should not be an issue. Now, also what I can do is I can jump back into that tractor that's got the course loaded, and I can save it, and then load it into this one and just tell this one left lane. So it should make this a lot quicker doing things. Let that open up, and while that's doing that, we're going to go over here and we're going to save this right now as field 1/2. We're going to save it as Culti. Culti. T-I. 1/2. 8 meter. And then 2 tools. Not tools. Tools. There we go. 2 tools. Save. Alright, now we can go back and tell this guy we're going to load this course. So, Culti, 2 tools right there at the top. Load, and then we're going to go over here and we're going to tell it. Oh, you know what? We probably need to be on field work. There we go. And then we can tell it left side. There we go. Now that should be it. I also want to see. On that one, I've got this selected. Yeah, so there we go. Now, we can start this one. This guy's going to be faster, so we're going to start him first. And let's make sure he's still on the right side. He is. Okay. Drive course. Then we're going to tell this guy, make sure symmetric lane change is on. That way they match. And we're going to tell him to drive course. Now, we can just watch the magic happen here. And really, you should change it to like 7.5. Give it that little bit of overlap just so they don't miss anything. But I think this is going to work fine. So the lines look really crazy right here, but it's because of the way the curves and stuff are in the field. They're gonna overlap a little bit here and there. And something I realized when I was testing this out with the fertilizer earlier is if they overlap too much, they will turn it off and drive the line and then come back and turn it back on and start over. So this course play is extremely in-depth and intelligent. It will not keep using fertilizer if it's already fertilized. It will actually cut off and then drive the line, and then when it turns to make its return line down through there on an unfertilized piece, it will turn the fertilizer back on. That was pretty neat. That's something I didn't expect. I was like, man, it's going to waste a ton of fertilizer right here, but we'll have to see what it does. And it didn't. It did perfectly fine. So I was more than happy with that. Now, I don't plan on using course play for everything. I'm still going to be playing and doing things, and I may use follow me a lot too. Especially if I do live stream this, I will be driving a tractor and probably just have follow me on. Or I may have one tractor doing something, I may be doing something else. I may put them on course play doing something. So, course play does work with contracts, so you can use course play for contracts, which is amazing. You don't have to hire workers. I chose not to pay my workers $1,000 an hour, or 1,000 euros an hour, because I don't think that's that's not really a feasible amount of money considering how much money the contracts pay. So I chose not to do that, so I'm not losing a whole ton of money here. But I think this is going to work really nicely. So what I'm probably going to do is once we do get the money to buy field 3, I'm going to show you guys driving the outline and then having them plow it up for me with allow create fields on. And I'm hoping that will work fine. Now, a lot of this is going to come with time, of course, so I'm not just going to jump in here and do everything for course play right away. This is not a tutorial series for course play by any means, but course play is something I have been waiting heavily on for a very, very long time. So, and as you can see, I'm super excited about this. This makes me extremely happy to have course play working on Farm Sim 19. This is amazing. And I could have jumped in January or February and started playing this when everybody else had it, but I wanted to wait a little while, let them work some bugs out, that kind of thing. And that other tractor is extremely fast. It can use this thing at 15 kilometers an hour, I think. So 3 kilometers an hour faster. But I want to wait a minute. We'll let this go for a second, then I'll bring you back when they start overlapping and see what's going on there. See how they handle it, I guess, and see if one person's coming backwards. Ideally, you want to have the same tool, the same tractor. That way they're going the same speed, and one's not coming backwards while the other one's going forward, or whatever. You know, you want to have the same thing, as close to the same setup as you can, and that way you don't have one tractor being faster and then them running into each other when the track overlaps a little bit. Like right here, the 2 little narrow lines down through there. You won't have them running into each other, kind of thing. That's the ideal way to do it. But at the same time, you know, you do what you got to do. So I don't have 2 of the duets yet, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. And as you can see right here, we're gonna run into a little bit of overlap. So I think this will be fine. I think it should pick up the way it's supposed to. They're gonna run 2 headlands, and then they're gonna run looks like 2 down and backs maybe, with as wide as it is. This is 16 meters at a time, so they're covering a lot of area very quickly. But this should be pretty good. I don't think we're going to have too much trouble out of this. Like I said, I think the biggest trouble is going to come when they start going up and down the field, because one's really slow and one's not. They might end up running into each other or getting caught up on the cultivators on each other or something. So we're going to let them go for a minute, and then I will bring you back when they're starting to run their up and down lines. Alright, so what it looks like is my Duets is starting his up and down runs. He's done with the headland. And what is this? This is the Fent favorite, right? The 500 series? Yeah, the Fent favorite 500 series. So he is on his last headland here. And we'll see. It looks like... Okay, so the straight up and down line for this guy does run right through the headlands because of the way the field is laid out. So he is, see, he picked up the cultivator, and he's just running the road here now because it's already been cultivated. He knows that. To me, that's extremely cool, extremely smart. Now I don't know if he is running the headland again here. It looks like he might be, or is he making the turn? Maybe he's making the turn. That does seem to be what's going on. So he's gonna, yeah. Now he puts the cultivator back down. Because to him, this has not been cultivated yet. So I don't know. It didn't do that with the sprayer, or not with the sprayer, with the fertilizer. So I'm hoping that maybe that's the case. If it is something that they've already cultivated or they've already fertilized, maybe they realize that. Now this other one, I don't know which path he's going to have to take here, because he is going to be. They're going to run into each other, I think, or maybe not. Maybe this is his. Maybe that's his up and down path. Oh, he's picked his cultivator up and he's just driving it too. As you can see here. Yeah, see, cultivator up. Oh, the Duets has got his up too now. Maybe he's going over to that empty spot there, or where it hasn't been cultivated there, and he's going to do that one. That's exactly what it looks like. So these guys are programmed to pick the cultivator up when they don't have anything to cultivate. That is pretty neat. Or if they know they've already crossed that path at one point, they pick it up. That is really cool. So he's got his up now too. He hit that one little spot and then picked it back up, and now he's going down here to make the turn to get back in line this side right here. Now he was originally on this side, but with symmetric lane change, he's going to be over here on this one, I do believe. I don't know. This is very interesting to me because I don't know how the new course play is programmed. So we'll have to see what this guy can manage. Also, let me check the speed on this guy. Yeah, see? So he's at... his speeds are pretty low. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so he can go a little faster here. Now, I want to see if they run into each other or not, or if this is his path. I think this is his path to take. It is. He just dropped the cultivator back down. Boom, as you can see, bumped a little bit, but everybody's still on track. Everybody is good. Looking good. This is looking like it's going to work out really, really well. I'm digging this. This course play is nice. Alright, so with symmetric lane change, he's going to skip a lane and then go back down this side. And when he comes back through, he's going to take that inside there. So I'm really liking how this is working out. Now, as we progress through this, again, this is not a tutorial for course play, but as seasons progresses, we're going to learn more about seasons and more about course play, because we're going to need to, of course, harvest and unload and transfer grain and all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be lots of things going on in the future. So that's going to be kind of nice to have too. Now, what I can do with that 1 and 2/1/2 outline that I made of both fields is I can do everything I want to do from plowing to harvesting to unloading to whatever. So I can do every bit of it just loading up that 1 and 2 outline and then tell it to generate course for whatever I'm using at that point, which is really neat. That way you're not confined to pre-made fields. You can actually plow up new parts of fields and all that kind of stuff and still make them just like you could in Farm Sim 17 with course play. And to me, that's an important feature to have, because most people don't just use the stock square fields that are here. they make their own, or they combine fields or whatever. So it's important to have that feature. Now, it may have done it because I plowed them together, but I don't know that. I don't know that that was the case. That's one reason I wanted to kind of drive my own and use that generated course. So that's why we did it. And then after this, I guess we'll get some planting done, hopefully. And I think this is his last pass. He may have one more pass here. Yeah, I think he's going to turn and come back down this inside lane. No, he's going to go down the outside. Yeah, so his last pass will be over there. This is the duet's last pass here. He is done after this. Now this is what I was curious about. They're going to run into each other, so what's going to happen? Are they both going to stop, or are they going to try to go around, or what? What's actually going to happen right here? Okay, they're just going to run over each other. The Duets definitely has more horsepower, so he's going to drag the Fent all over the place, it looks like. I'm going to let this go, because I want to see if they're going to get back on track, or what's going to happen here with it. So the Duets is still pulling the Fent backwards with his cultivator down. Yeah, you want to be really careful when you're doing this that your two things don't overlap, because this is the end result. This is not what I had intended by any means. As soon as the Duets hits that end mark, though, we should be good. He's almost there. Okay, let me skip to the Duets here, because he's done. He's done. So let's let our Fent go there. We may actually have to turn around and get some of this ourselves. So just right here on the edge, you can see the line where he was off here. Thanks to the Duets running him over. But that's what I was worried about happening right there. It was both of these guys coming down the same path, because they overlap just slightly at the end there, running into each other and getting stuck. So we know that'll happen, and it will happen from time to time with course play. It always does. It always has, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it, just the way the courses are laid out when you're using multiple tools. So we just kind of have to deal with it. All right, let's go get the seeder and get some crop in the ground. And I think I'm going to skip wheat for the first time. I think I may do like canola or something. But with wheat, you do get straw bales. So, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it while I park this, and we'll know for sure. Okay, so truth be told, I did buy the cultivator that's modded that I can plant anything with, and we did a potato contract for like 25 grand. I remember that now. But what I think I want to do, I know this doesn't make any sense, but I think I want to do canola. So we have to look at our seasons menu. Go like this. What can we plant at 5 degrees? We can plant potatoes, sugar beets, oilseed radish, poplar, oats, because we're at 6 degrees Celsius for ground temp now. We can do canola, barley, and wheat. Now, 18 Celsius is probably not going to happen on this map because of the area it's in, if it reads it correctly. It might. It's just going to be a while. So, well, actually, no, there is no planting season for cotton on this map. So there you go. But we'd have to wait to do soybeans, corn, sunflowers anyway. So, I think we do like oats. Let's do oats on this round. That's canola. We passed the oats, I do believe. There we go, oats. Okay. And this other tractor should be finished by now. Let's go get him and get him out of the way. I just really hope that... I kind of want to take that cultivator that he's got and run that outside edge right there. I think he is confused now, so we're going to call that it. We're going to stop. We're just going to get rid of that. And we're going to unfold this thing. And I want to get these edges that they missed just to make sure... Not that they missed, that I didn't record the line of, basically. I just want to make sure that we don't start picking up wheat while we're trying to harvest oats when we get ready to harvest. I don't know if that still like kicks it back and forth to different crops or not, but I don't want that to happen. So I would rather get as much as I can of each. So down here where we planted, we're gonna run this edge real quick. Alrighty, I think that gets it all. So now we don't have to worry about running into wheat when we're harvesting our oats. Also, it's thundering outside. That's not good. Never good in Mississippi, because you never know if it's just a few thunders here and there, or if it's a tornado. It's always a kind of a toss-up on what's actually going on outside. All right, let's get this guy back in the shed where he belongs. I probably could have turned a little closer over here to this, so I didn't have to try to fight this thing in. Oh, that would have been perfect if I was parking it with a plow sitting. Dummy. This is what I was talking about. They turn really quick, and then they take forever to turn back. Look at that. So short. It's really hard for me to back stuff up that's really short. Because I oversteer. Anyway, everybody that watches me knows this. If you're new here, then you're finding this out. Alright, let's jump over to this guy and get this one started. I want to load course, field 1-2 outline. Go, and then I want to fertilizing and seeding. Go back to that. And I want to tell it. Okay, so I don't want any of that. Let's go course generation. We are going to go headland. We're going to go one tool. It's 9 meters wide. That's fine. Northeast is fine because that's where we are. I think we're good. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty good. I think that's it. I think our start point's right over here. Sweet. All right. Well, this seems to be working really well. So I'm going to seed a field with oats instead of cotton. Instead of wheat. And I think we're ready to go. All right, let's make sure there's no lane offset or any of that weird stuff going on. Lane offset, no. Speed, that's fine. All this kind of stuff looks good. Yep, the vehicle convoy deactivated. Yep, all that's good. All right, cool. Let's get him going. Oh, needs to be refilled. I guess that would probably help, wouldn't it? There's 1% left in there. Let's go refill this thing real quick then. Also, I bought the one that needs cultivating beforehand, and it does not fertilize. Just for the simple fact that if I do seeding missions, I don't want to waste my fertilizer. Oh no, this one does fertilize. I didn't fill it with fertilizer. That's what it was. I may fill it with fertilizer this time. I don't plan on doing any seeding missions anytime soon, although they are coming up because we've done all the fertilizing, we've done all the cultivating that we can do, and seeding it may already be done. We may just be fertilizing until it's time to harvest. So I don't know. We shall wait and see. Oh boy, that's the edge of the wall. We had a nice archway till now. All right, now we should be able to go start this, and now I can tell it. We can save this because this should work. This should work just fine. There should be no issues here. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't fill it with fertilizer. 2 seconds. Let me do this. Okay. Spent a little money on fertilizing, but that's fine. That's fine. We'll make it up. Every hour we'll make, I don't know, something like 1,500 or 1,300, whatever it is, just off the solar panels. And again, the only reason I'm using those is so I don't have to grind so much just trying to learn seasons. It's not something that I typically do. Typically I'll do grass bales and turn them into silage and sell those. I'll grind for the money, even though it's easy money. I'll still grind for it if that's what it comes down to. All right, let's drive course. Now I can set up seed refill points and have them connected in folders and all that kind of stuff, and I'll do that at some point. But right this second, I'm more concerned with just getting some oats in the ground. So I'll have to come get it and refill it myself if I want it done. All right, let's go ahead and save because this looks like it's going to work pretty well. So we're going to say seeding. 1/2, 9 meter. Here we go. Save. And I'm glad we went back and took the wheat off the edges there, because it looks like it's not going to go all the way to the edge. When we recorded it, we were slightly off, so yeah, taking the wheat off the edge, I think, just saved us from having that complication of having 2 different crops. Now, there was a point in Farm Sim 17 where you were picking up crops, and if something else was mixed in it, it would pick that up, and then it would reset whatever you had. So I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but I don't want to risk it. I'd rather just not. I'd rather avoid it, if at all possible. So that is the good thing about that. But either way, there we go, guys. Some course play set up and ready to go. Seasons, we rolled into the 6 degrees Celsius ground temperature, so we can actually start planting stuff now. This is the proper time to be planting our oats that we have. So we could have planted barley, we could have planted wheat, canola could have been planted. So I think this is going to go pretty well. At some point, I do want to do some sugar beets, potatoes, stuff like that, because it's not something we have messed with a whole lot except for in multiplayer. But I feel like with course play we could cheat and make it a little easier on ourselves. So we may look at doing that in this playthrough. I don't know yet. But it looks like this is going to work out really well, so I'm going to let him seed. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you have a good one. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Later, everybody.